headed down into the Crooked Creek Wildlife Management area. Never been here before, so new experience. It's going to be a new experience for both of us. I don't know how far it is to the river, but we just seen the sign, so we'll get down here, and when I get a little closer, I'll bring you to it. Hello everybody, and welcome to Outdoor Country. Today we're at Cripple Creek in Woodlawn, Virginia. This is going to be some new water for us. We've never been here before. Like I said, we're trying to fish around Virginia and bring you some different areas. What I can see now, this area has already been pounded. It was stocked about 2 days ago, and by the foot traffic and all the vehicles that I've seen, it's done already seen immense amount of pressure. So we're not exactly sure where the state's stocked at, but we're gonna try to find an area. Like I said, we're gonna drive around and do a little looking first, because this is our first adventure down here. So seemed like most of the vehicles was at the other end. I don't know if they stocked there or where, but all right, like I said, when we get to find out a little more about the area, we'll bring you back. So come along, go with us. It might be an adventure. Well, we've made it down to the famous hole I've seen on YouTube on many a video. Like I said, these trout look like they've been pressured really hard, so I don't see anything yet. I'm not saying that they're not in here, but I've done seen a lot of people fishing this morning, so. But let's get in here and give it a try. I'm going in with spiced garlic this time. They are super spooky though. There he is. First cast. First cast with spiced garlic. As you can see, they're not very big, but all right, get him taken care of and we'll bring you right back. All right, we're going back in again. Spiced garlic. I didn't quite get that one out there, but there comes one after it. There he is. 2 casts on spiced garlic. Had to switch it up. They've probably been hit hard with other similar looking baits. These trout are a little bitty. Right in the corner of the jaw. I'm gonna throw him back though. He's too small. There he goes. Where there's a spooky, you just about have to set the hook immediately. Spiced garlic working really good. 2 casts, 2 fish. There he is. Another little bitty one. Wow, these are so little. That's a brown trout. Get him off here. Move to a new location. Gonna give it a try. You can see a few in here. I should have been up here a couple hours ago instead of down there fishing with them others. They were scared to death down there.
Yeah, they were mortified. They get good for about 6, 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a frenzy right now too.
Yeah. That's another brown.
That is a brown, ain't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna throw him back. Yeah. That's 2 browns today, and the only thing they stocked was rainbow. So I'm about to run out of my. I forgot to pick any bait up this morning, and seems like they're not touching nothing today but the spiced garlic. It's been the ticket today. Well, that's 2 brown trout today, and they didn't stock them, so they've been in here for a while. I see some out here swimming around. Man, they're spooky. This wind's laid down a little bit, might help. Man, it's been windy. High wind advisory today. It's made fishing pretty rough. There's a hit. There it is. Alrighty. Woohoo! Spiced garlic again. And these fish been hard to catch today. That's another daggone brown. No, that's... Is that one of them tigers? What is that? I think that's one of them Tiger Trout. If it is, that'd be the first one I've ever caught. I believe it possibly could be. Don't know for sure, but it sure looks like it. Got a big groove cut out of his tail, so that's awesome. Ain't catching no rainbows, but we're catching browns, and I'm not sure, but I think this might be one of the Tiger Trout they was talking about. That's cool. Spiced garlic. It's been the meal ticket today. And pink salmon. Beautiful. It's got a damaged eye, but all right, let's see if we can get him on the hook, and we'll bring you back in a minute. All right, we're going back in with spiced garlic, and this has been a slow. Uh-oh, there he goes. I was gonna say this has been a slow bite, but there he is. Rainbow. I did just talk to a gentleman that knowed about the Tiger Trout. He said it was a Tiger Trout I just caught, so. Well, these are being hard to get a hold of today. Another one on spiced garlic. Not very big, but it should be some good eating. All right, Let's get him taken off, see if we can't get another one. I had to go get me a new can of spiced garlic. I had forgot left my lid off mine fishing the other day and it got a little dry. So that seemed like it's been the ticket today, man. Pink salmon, spiced garlic, and midnight pearl's been the ticket today. All right, let's try it again. I know it's been a slow bite, but one every now and then beats nothing. This wind's really picking up though. I mean, they had a wind advisory when I got over here today, so it's made fishing rough. I found out that this morning I was like jigging it just a little bit, giving it some sporadic movement. It's triggering the bite because, like I said, they've been pressured pretty hard. I've talked to a bunch of other fishermen today, and one fly fisherman, he said he got his limit, and another guy had only got 2, and that's the only trout I've heard of today. So it's been really rough fishing. But that's why it's called fishing, not catching. Uh-oh, there goes one. Ooh, that was a good hit. There he is. Holy crap, what have I got a hold of? All right. He jumped plumb out of the water. He's got himself all wrapped up. Somehow that little feller snagged himself. Look at that. I didn't do that. It just barely is in that skin. Look at how it pulled out. Well, I didn't catch him, but I did have garlic spice on there, and I'm gonna turn him back loose. He must have accidentally hooked himself, but can't call that a real catch there. That was a accidental. He hooked his own self, so can't say I caught him even though I got him in, but turn him back loose. All right, I'm gonna put her back out there. That was wild though. I thought he was fighting funny. Uh-oh, there's a hit right now. There he is. Woo! There you go. Like I said today, even though we're using the bait, you've had to move it to get a reactional strike out of it, seems like, but you see what I'm talking about here? Man, these are some little trout today. Right in the corner here. All right, I'm gonna turn him loose. These are some really small trout down here today, and they get a lot of hits, but they're so little, you can't catch them. There he goes. We pretty well caught our limit today. We've been having to throw them back because they're so little. But it's been fun. Anytime you can trout fish, spend a day out here in God's creation, it's a good time. Whether the fish are biting or not, but it just makes it better when the fish are biting. I got a word of advice for you. You go to Walmart and buy you a pair of glasses because you can't see anymore. And you go through the self-checkout line. Then you forget to have this stupid little whatever this thing taken off. So a word of advice, check your glasses before you leave. That's your tip for the day. It's getting a little late in the day now. Bites getting a little bit better. Oh, there's one. Seems like every time I go to talking. And these are little trout. There's no wonder you can't catch them today. They're so little. Yeah, broke my line. Little old fella though. There he goes. It's getting a little bit later in the evening now. They seem like they're feeding a little bit better. I think what it is, they can't see the line as good now. So, but today the spiced garlic has been the leader today. I mean, they've been pounding it with some other baits, and get my glasses out here with my protector on it so I can see. But I remember I used to tie hooks in the dark. Now I can't see them in the daylight. Like I said, I went to Walmart last night. Got me some glasses, went through the self-checkout, and forgot I had a little security code tag on it, so I got to stop back at Walmart on the way home. And get that taken off. All right, we downsized the hook. We went to an 8. And we're just going to put just a little piece of spiced garlic dough bait on there. This is Fuller Boyz Baits. Spiced with some spiced up garlic. So the only problem is going to these smaller baits is it's catching some of the smaller fish, which is what we've tried to avoid today, but that's pretty much well what I've seen that they've got stocked. So if you see though, you'll see me raising the line up and down. That's bringing that bait off the bottom. There's a lot of trash, a lot of leaves, and making that bait flitter a little bit, and it seemed like it's triggering the strikes. Right there's one. That's just what I was just telling you. See there? They weren't hitting nothing there earlier. Now it's getting darker, they're starting to hit. Well, that's a pretty nice rainbow there, but they've been all small earlier. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep him though. He swallowed it. It's the only thing I don't like switching over to them smaller hooks. For that reason right there. Colored up real pretty though. Get you an eye view. So hello YouTube world. Alright, we'll get this taken care of and we'll bring you back in a minute. Alright, we're on the last cast. It's getting dark. Sun's going down. It's probably about 4:30, I'd say. Uh-oh, we're getting a bite. Interrupting me. There he is. Oh, wow, he was way down yonder. Look at him down there rolling in the water. Come on, big boy. Well, that was going to be our last cast of today anyway, so I'll be daggone if it ain't looks like another brown trout. It is, no? Yep. These were leftover trout. Look how pretty he is. I got him right in the top of the jaw here. I'm going to throw him back. Since he's been here for a while. Perfectly hooked in the top of the jaw though. I don't know if you can see it. But I'm going to call today and I'm going to turn him loose. Been great fishing. Comes a big bird in here trying to catch my fish. Had a good day's fishing though. All right, everybody, we're going to call it a day today. We caught the last brown trout right then. They only stocked rainbows in here, so we're doing turn him loose. We didn't want to kill him, so he's a pretty brown trout. And like I said, we've had a great day fishing today. We thank you for watching Outdoor Country Adventures. And today we were fishing with Fuller Boyz Baits, dough baits, all different kinds, and done really good today. So go down there and subscribe and give us a like, and we'll see you on our next adventure. Thank you, everybody, and God bless.